go racing and welcome to the Subway Pre-Race Show, brought to you by Subway, proud sponsor of the Subway 400 and Greg Biffle's 16 car. Subway, eat fresh.
The 2004 season was just getting kicked off when the Cup cars arrived at Rockingham for the second race of the season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. won his first ever Daytona 500 the week prior in his fifth attempt, a race that took his dad 20 years to win. Rocket man Ryan Newman picked up where he left off, starting on the pole after nabbing 11 of them in 2003. Five-time Rockingham winner Rusty Wallace was rolling off fourth. However, he had not won a race in his last 99 attempts, the longest winless drought of his career. The young Jamie McMurray was coming off his fourth straight Rockingham win in the Busch Series, and he would start alongside the Rocket Man in second. Behind him, rookie Kasey Kahne would start third in his second ever NASCAR race, finishing a dismal 41st in his first outing. Right before the video starts, make sure you guys leave a like if you do enjoy and subscribe if you're new. But anyways, let's get right into the race.
Boogity, 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 boys! Just like yesterday in the Busch race, Ryan Newman on the bottom. In the 12 car, he gets the run off turn 2. Jamie McMurray, our winner yesterday in the 42 car, falls in behind him, running second.
Ryan Newman led the opening lap, but would be passed almost immediately by the charging Jamie McMurray.
The outside right away, trying to make those passes back in the field.
McMurray, conserving nothing, goes for the lead on the inside, turn 1.
He's in the 42 car. Looks like he picks up the throttle so much earlier in the middle of the corner than Ryan Newman in the 12.
McMurray would lead until the first caution on lap 41.
Caution of the day comes at 39 laps. Ken Schrader, the Schwann's Food Service Dodge, hitting the wall in turn 2.
During the commercial break, Ken Schrader hit the wall, which sent the entire field down to pit road. Jeff Gordon jumped McMurray in the pits, but that wasn't all that happened. Jerry Mayfield's crew lost a wheel and it went in front of traffic, being hit by John Andretti. Fortunately, the wheel did not bounce toward the pit crews, but bounced towards the infield grass.
The one hit it.
Wow, look at that thing.
The one I saw was further down at the curve in turn number 1.
With interliner, that's about 75 pounds bouncing up and down there.
It can do some serious damage.
Boing, boing. Watch it jump over that wall. Boing.
Gordon led on the restart, but just a handful of laps later, this happened.
The water temperature gauge is broken, the oil temperature running high. They brought the car in, they cooled it off, and Jeremy says it's running a lot better now.
The hometown hero, Kyle Petty from nearby Randleman, crashes and tries to bring that car around to pit road.
Caution is out.
Yeah, hard swipe of the wall, so at lap 52.
Kyle was able to continue, but suffered an engine failure a little later in the race. The highly advertised and new hood pen cam captured the incident perfectly.
Yeah. He just came off of turn 2 over there. You don't have enough room to really come off underneath somebody. He got into the side of him.
Although there were only a few laps on the tires, most of the lead lap cars came to pit road, with the exception of Scott Wimmer and Robbie Gordon, who led the field back to green. Ryan Newman quickly passed the two and shot to the lead, followed by Jeff Gordon, Rusty Wallace, and a quick Matt Kenseth. Just 4 laps later, Gordon took the lead back from Newman. Gordon's lead would last only 27 laps before Matt Kenseth surged ahead for his first lead of the day. Things would settle down for a while as Kasey Kahne clawed his way through the field and established himself as one of the fastest cars at this point in the race. However, during green flag pit stops, the caution came out for the third time.
Please go to work on Matt Kenseth's car.
Comes Kevin Harvick in the 29. We got Kenny Schrader who has missed pit road.
And so is the 48 car. He's hit something.
And the caution is out.
48 car. Looks to me like 48 car got into the back of the 49.
Well, I think, Darrell, he couldn't get stopped quick enough. He couldn't get stopped quick enough and had to spin the car to keep from hitting Kenny Schrader.
Ken Schrader, in his second incident of the day, was trying to turn onto pit road as Jimmy Johnson was approaching him. Johnson clipped Schrader and was sent hard into the outside wall. This would be Johnson's first time outside the top 10 in points in 70 consecutive weeks.
Should have been down lower on the racetrack, and that's a hard lick for Jimmy Johnson.
And the Lowe's Chevrolet looks done for the day.
Although Gordon led the field to green on the restart, he was actually in 20th place, the last car on the lead lap. Gordon was caught out by this caution, and it would affect him for the rest of the day, with Matt Kenseth, the leader, right behind him. A lap after the restart, Bobby Labonte had a flat tire, which sent him a few laps down, but there wasn't a caution. Jumping ahead about 50 laps brings us to lap 190. Kenseth had led since the restart, with Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Kurt Busch, and Sterling Marlin rounding out the top 5, all separated by around 5 seconds. Not much was happening near the halfway point in the race until lap 196. Larry Foyt brought out the caution by brushing the wall, but there was no replay. This triggered pit stops, but Kenseth ultimately kept the lead, and the race restarted shortly after.
2 laps back. Remember, the reason he is 2 laps down, he just had made a green flag stop before that caution with a flat tire.
You're going to have to be beside the guy if you're going to push him up out of the way.
Just 15 laps later, the 5th caution of the day flew for debris, while Dale Jarrett retired with engine trouble. After this, Kenseth would absolutely dominate, while the battle really was for second place between Wallace, Busch, and McMurray. The race would really settle down until the caution flew for the 6th time on lap 265.
He said the track is getting tighter. Big track.
Holy cow, the car upside down on the back straightaway.
Carl Long has crashed hard and collected Bobby Labonte in the process.
Man, Carl's car just took a wild tumble. Joe Nemechek.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, Nemechek Nemechek was up in that too somehow.
Joe Nemechek got tagged from behind into Carl Long and sent him tumbling down the backstretch. Bobby Labonte was spun out, but was able to continue. He was still a few laps down from his flat tire earlier, but this didn't make his day any better. Ricky Rudd really had a good view of this wreck from his onboard camera.
That's when you call your crew and you say, "You won't believe what I just saw."
It was a lengthy cleanup, and Kenseth won the race off pit road. By lap 303, Kenseth had led over 200 laps, and this is when he got his biggest challenge yet. Jamie McMurray, the winner from the prior day's Busch race, took the lead easily from Matt Kenseth. Just 28 laps later, Biffle hit the wall in front of the leaders, and Kenseth was able to take back the lead.
Now, Larry, you know that 17 car normally on the long run is pretty good, usually at the end of a long run, and that's where we are right now.
And I tell you, I think that's where the 9 car, Casey Kane, has been so good on the long run. And I just look at everything that kid has overcome today.
With just 40 to go, Kenseth came down for his final stop, when for a second time of the day, a caution came out when he was on pit road, which really was a massive break for him and Casey Kane right behind him.
Waited until the 15 car, Michael Waltrip hits, so Matt Kenseth, there's a crash.
Robbie Gordon has crashed in the back straightaway, and somebody's going to get caught out.
For the second time of the day, a car got on its side on the exit of turn 2. This time, Robbie Gordon was the victim.
And look, he's up on his side and almost goes over.
That's on the exit of DW's hot spot.
That's it. Well, it's that transition there. There's a little hump there that just kind of throws the car sideways. 2 cars in one day here getting up on the side like that is very unusual.
With just 30 laps to go, the final restart of the race was underway. Kenseth shot out to a massive lead over Casey Kane and Jamie McMurray, but the race wasn't over yet. With just 1 lap to go, the top 3 were under a blanket.
Somebody's got to go different. Can't all go the same way.
Kenseth went low in 1. Changes lanes. Here comes Kane on the outside.
Just can't quite man it right there off of turn 2.
McMurray almost hit the wall exiting 2 and drops back.
Yeah, he lost a lot of ground right there. Last time through 3 and 4, though.
Here they
Kane goes to the bottom.
Kane comes to the bottom.
He gets a run. He's got a good run on him.
Side by side of the line. Kenseth.
Told you it'd be a Fomoco finish.
Matt Kenseth wins.
Kenseth won the race by a few inches, the 12th closest in NASCAR Cup Series history. What an amazing race for Rockingham to be its final one. Despite the race being one of the best races of 2004, the Cup Series did not return the next year or ever again to this date. It has hosted some ARCA races and a couple of Truck Series races, but what happened? Well, it's simple. The Speedway had dwindling attendance for years until it was cut back to 1 race in 2004. Even then, and with the rumors this would be the final race at Rockingham, there were still 10,000 empty seats of the 60,000 people it could hold. This at the time was very poor, all things considered. With races being sold out everywhere at the time, it's no surprise that Rockingham was dropped. This was defending champion Matt Kenseth's 8th career win. Kane would score a handful of second place finishes and 13 top 5s, but would not win a race in 2004, his rookie season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would go on to win 6 races in 2004, the most of his career by far. However, Kurt Busch would go on to win the 2004 Nextel Cup Championship. Anyways guys, that is it for this video. This was NASCAR's last Cup race at Rockingham. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Also let me know in the comments below if you would like to see Rockingham return to the schedule for any of the series, especially the Cup Series. I think it would be a great track, especially with these new cars, but I'll just leave it up to you. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.